This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by
NordVPN. Get advanced security, internet freedom, and complete privacy. Save 73% off the 2-year plan plus 4 months free with code MMANUTS. Wild Alaskan Company. Healthy, affordable, convenient fish sent right to your door. Save $25 off with code BIGFISH25. Novilla Mattresses deliver great support and comfort for your better rest. Save 5% off with code MMA. Prolon. Nourish your body with healthy plant-based ingredients that have been backed by science. Save 15% off with code FIT. Defense Soap. Everyday soaps for everybody. Use code MMA Nuts to save 15% off your order.
Hey fans, this is MMA Nuts, episode 647.
6 of 47.
My name's Ingo Weigel.
Macro MMA show by fans, for fans. Fuck the line between serious and ridiculous. What's happening?
Nothing. Sipping on my Kirkland sparkling water.
Delicious.
Just marveling at the lack of Chicago teams that have any sort of good luck. So the Bulls just lost Zach LaVine for the season.
Was that bad?
That's bad.
I don't follow.
It's not good. it's not good. That was our only hope. We're done. Let's see. I mean, hope to have like a decent record, not to win anything. Like it's like torpedo.
Well, we had like 6 championships in not so many years, and
it's true. Well,
and I stopped watching
30 years ago.
Was that long? Jesus Christ.
It was in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, it was in high school. I do remember watching that, and then I think it bled into college a little bit.
Yep.
That's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, eventually the Bears and Blackhawks have to be good. I mean, the Bears had the dual #1 picks, and the Blackhawks are on the verge of dual #1 picks.
Yep.
You got to imagine at some point that kicks in, right? Like, keep having all these high draft picks.
As long as we don't screw up
the choices,
play calling, or other trades we make.
I mean, you still got to make the right selections, but I feel like just be the really big thing is, what are you going to do at quarterback? And either way, you're going to come out ahead, hopefully. Either have a new guy, or you keep the same guy, or you trade for an experienced guy.
You got to put Matt Griffith in there. He'll take care of business.
I don't think so. I'm so done competing. Yeah, fuck. I guess we can talk some MMAs.
Yeah, there was a card over the weekend. Did you watch it?
I saw a couple of the fights, co-main and main event.
Okay.
I was not impressed with either.
No, but the main event, I just want to talk about that for a second. There was some fuckery that happened. We were talking about, I think it was last week or the week before, about the rule possibly changing, right? Or about what constitutes a grounded opponent?
Yeah.
Well, there was like 4 in the 4th round. There was an illegal kick that got landed because he was like, I'm sitting, so it's hard to do, but he was like, he had his hand on the ground and was kind of doing something weird. So he took a point away for that shit. I don't know. And then there was one judge who scored the fight even though Imavov or whatever, to me, seemed like he was dominating that other dude. So
yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty clear.
I'm like, how do we get to 47-47? I don't really get it, but okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
These judges still don't know how to score. I don't think they're never going to get it right.
No.
You got to have more than 3 judges. You got to have 5 and somehow invoke the fans. But fans will probably play favorites at that point. But it's like, Jesus Christ, this thing is just
the fan influence.
Fucked. But I would like to see, or maybe you just let the fans vote just out of curiosity and see like what do the fans have to say. Like, have 5 judges and have a fan vote. Fan vote doesn't count, but just out of curiosity to get a flavor of how they are.
That would be cool.
I would bet they're pretty accurate. They're usually pretty good. Way better than actual judges at times. And then I saw Nick Diaz was at the fight.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Looking a little old and a little staffy. That looks like a open wound on his hand.
That looks bad.
Yeah, he looks old, man. I don't
Old
know what's
and
happening.
lean, very lean
Yeah,
though.
lean as fuck. Did you have anything else for those fights?
No, but I had a well, I'll save it. I had a Nick Diaz thing. I'll wait.
Okay. Let's see. I saw there's a weird fight being talked about. So they're talking about in boxing doing Mike Tyson versus Mark Hunt sometime this year in Saudi Arabia. Like holy shit, like an 8-round boxing match.
I mean, doesn't Mark Hunt outweigh him by a lot or something?
I don't think it matters. You're in Saudi Arabia. You do whatever you want.
That's wild. I don't know if I want to see that. I don't
They're in
want
their
to.
50s.
I
Well, I hate to say it, but I think Mike Tyson, he's too fast for Mark and still hits like like a ton. Like
yeah.
so Mike will win that, unfortunately. And I think Mark is doing it just because he needs money to fund all his lawsuits that he was doing against like the UFC.
Hmm.
Because I don't know if he has more open or he still has to pay legal bills, but he could make a fuck ton of money in that fight.
Yeah.
I'd imagine that's an easy 5 million for him, if not more. Is that's Saudi Arabia money?
I mean, I think people would pay for it. I think
I
people
mean,
would pay
I'd
for
want
it.
to watch it. I don't know. Will I
What
pay
what
for it?
what would you pay for it?
$20. That's my standard. Like, I'm not paying $80. 20
Uh,
bucks sounds fair for like old guy fight, right?
I mean, it sounds fair. I don't think they're gonna,
1999.
I think they're gonna charge us $69
70.
or
Yeah,
$100 or something.
probably.
Yeah,
Fuck, you bitches. And then you wonder why people steal the stream. Like
right.
there's that cost where you hit too much and then people steal if you had priced it right enough. But I mean, I get it. You got to pay those guys. But if you have oil money, what the fuck? Does it matter? Just make it free.
No,
Put it out on YouTube and then just sell advertising. Sell super big advertising. I don't
I
know if
like it.
anyone's ever done that. Like just gone free on a big event and then just sold ads and make the ads very expensive. You could
It's
give
not
me an ad every 5 seconds. These 5 seconds are brought to you by Gillette.
that would. Hmm, I'm picturing that. I think it could work.
It's a little egregious, but um,
Brought
something
to you
like
by
that.
Gillette. Yeah.
And then the
Uh,
other fight that was signed real quick was Rampage versus Shannon Briggs. They're doing a boxing match during the summer too. That one's officially signed. The Tyson one is still being talked about.
oh man, Shannon Briggs is his age or is he younger?
He's pretty old. I should look that up and see.
Like, okay, because I don't have a picture of how old he would
But
be.
Shannon is like on all sorts of supplements.
Yeah.
But I would imagine he's 52,
Okay. Man, these guys are like, okay.
and then Rampage has got to be late 40s.
Depends what kind of shape Rampage in. Is he on the shape he was in when he was running on the show? He was jogging.
Exactly. Rampage is 45, but
Okay. Depends what kind of shape he's in. I say Rampage takes that if
I don't know.
he's in good shape.
I'll take Shannon.
Really?
Yeah, because Shannon's been the boxer. And you've seen Rampage's last few performances. Not great.
Good point. Good point. Good point. Yeah.
And he can't slam him.
No.
So trying to find my show notes. I fucking
Uh,
lost everything. All right.
should we go keep talking a little boxing for a second?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk were supposed to fight I think in February,
Pretty
like this
close
month.
here,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it got rescheduled to May because Fury suffered a cut over his right eye in sparring that fucked his face up. But I wanted to see show you actually, sorry, not see a
Yeah.
picture of him he posted on the gram. Says, can't help getting injured in sparring, but what I can say is Usyk was in trouble. I'm in fantastic shape. I will reschedule soon as I can. Looks like it's going to be in May, like I said. I think in what do you think? Looks in good shape?
Yeah, he's
Right.
back on the supplements. It didn't look like he was on the supplements for Francis Ngannou, and then realized, oh, maybe I need to really take this serious.
Yes.
And he also posted a picture of the cut.
Oh, damn. I didn't see that.
So
Oof. That's brutal.
I guess you can kind of super glue that back together. I don't know. But yeah, that ain't great. Fucking like his whole eye was split open in a couple spots. So, and I think Usyk's camp was like giving him shit, like, "Oh, you're just scared to fight." Like, no. And I think there's also some kind of weird clause in here too. So they rescheduled for May, and I think if one of them pulls out, they have to pay $10 million fine.
Oh shit, I didn't see that.
Now, but what if something happens? Like, I mean, you can't. Like the doctor says, obviously, like that one, probably a good reason to pull out, but
I would
you
say
can't
yes.
have a fucking massive gash over your eye because that's just going to come open in the fight and then a potential stoppage,
Hmm.
you know?
Yep.
So that makes sense. Hmm. And then I don't know if you saw this. There was all this Dustin Poirier drama over the week,
I
right?
was
I don't
kind of following it
know.
and kind of a not. Like it was like, I'm out, I'm in, I'm out.
Yeah, like he
Sorry. Like,
said his fight with was it Benoit Saint Denis was off. He said the contract wasn't signed and they couldn't come to terms. And then Dustin posts this. He says, "Sorry, folks. I jumped the gun. I couldn't get a hold of my manager for a few days. I just spoke with him and Hunter. Misunderstanding on my part. Fight is on. See you March 9th, Miami." What the fuck is going on? Like,
I don't know.
it's here, it's not. Like, did the UFC announce the fight without the contract being signed?
Probably.
And sell tickets? That doesn't sound legal.
Mm,
Wolf tickets.
yeah.
So I guess that one's still going.
It's going. Speaking of Wolf tickets, I was going to bring this up earlier, but I can't stop myself.
Hmm.
On this day today, when we're recording, it's February 4th, 12 years ago in 2012, Carlos Condit defeated Nick Diaz to become the interim UFC welterweight champion.
And there it is. I was waiting for someone to say Diaz 125 first pose reply.
I know. I left that up there. I was wondering if you're going to notice that.
Yeah,
It gets worse from there. It's like
I'm sure.
it's bad. But wow, I to
What
me
are we
that doesn't
throwing spinach shit now?
20, it it doesn't feel like that long ago.
No, it's crazy.
2012.
Trying to think. I can't. I have a hard time remembering that fight, but I think I believe that Condit won it.
You probably did. He was the
I'd have
man
to
back
go
then.
back and
I'm looking at it right now. It's yeah, that okay, so I found the scorecard. So it looked like you said you had Condit winning it?
yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, it looked like the scorecards for sure had Diaz winning like one round. Oh, well, sorry, one judge had Diaz winning 4 rounds, 3 rounds. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's so
Decisions,
long ago. 12 years. That's a
12
long
years.
time.
It is.
I'd have to go back and find our show and see like what did we think about that one 12 years ago. That's crazy. Speaking of which, probably some sponsor action.
Yes, let's do a little Manscaped action. Roses are red, violets are blue. Trim your balls, and your date will thank us too. What's up, fellas? Valentine's Day is knocking, and Manscaped is the remedy for what the love doctor ordered. His prescription, the all-new Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, designed to elevate your grooming game and shine like the heartthrob you are. Join the 10 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with our exclusive offer. Go to manscaped.com/MMA nuts to snag 20% off and free shipping.
And for the bearded kings, Manscaped brings you the Beard Hedger Pro Kit. Designed to shape your scruff effortlessly, it sculpts cheek lines and maintains beard styles, giving you that suave look for your romantic moments. Seamlessly handling even thicker beards. It's the perfect tool for a polished, date ready appearance.
And you can get 20% off and free shipping with the code at manscaped.com/MMANuts. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com/MMANuts. Because your grooming upgrade waits, ready to charm your Valentine's dates.
That's right. And this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Let's talk about sex, guys. Remember the days when you're always ready to go? Now you can increase your performance, get that extra confidence in the bed, bedrooms, the car, automobile, planes, trains, and automobiles. Listen up, BlueChew.com.
Simple process. Sign up at bluechew.com. Consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. You can take them anytime, day or night. And the best part, it's all done online. No visits to the doctor office, no awkward conversations. And of course, they're always made in the US of A.
America! Fuck yeah. Hey, Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at bluechew.com. Chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. You try Blue Chew free. We use our promo code NUTS at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's bluechew.com, promo code NUTS to receive your first month free. Visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. We thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
Thank you, Blue Chew.
Just like that. Back to the show.
Well, I can't find the exact episode, but I did find
Okay.
I've been looking
Yes.
into our back catalog for to try to see what we were talking about around that time, February 12th. Anyways, can't find the exact episode, but I found a picture from within a month or two of that. Check this out. Remember this shit?
There you go.
Here we are in with the backdrop, right?
Oh yeah.
In the Lazy Boys. Do you still have the Lazy Boys?
Not those. I had to finally upgrade to another version similar. I tried to find ones that looked as close to that. And that the background, I forgot which company paid for that. The Next Great Fighter. They were trying to make a Facebook page just for fighters, but like there was Facebook, so I don't know. Yeah, there was some people doing some cool shit for us when we first started.
For sure.
Like, yeah, we'll make this huge backdrop for you. What size do you need? This? Like, all right.
Okay, let's see. What is some news that we can talk about?
The drink is brisk.
I want to talk to you about UFC 298, right?
Yes.
It's happening in California, I believe in Anaheim. And there's some fines and stuff that are possibly going to be put into place because they're doing specific marijuana testing. And
Here we go again. This stupid shit.
Yep. Again, so it's a $150 fine from the commission if you're over the threshold of 150 ng. And the note warns can discontinue use immediately to ensure you don't exceed the threshold. So apparently also this commission can conduct remote weight checks on fighters up to 30 days out from the event. So there's like a whole bunch of fuckery in California. What is happening? I think what are they doing? They're like over controlling shit.
Well, they're not going to even do anything about that. Like on both aspects. So what's the point of testing? Because I think we already said that's pretty inaccurate. Because you can't, if someone ate an edible or smoked it, it stays in your system for a while. So you may be way over that limit. Like this is archaic shit. And then again with the weight cutting stuff, when have they ever fucking done anything about weight cutting? Like we've talked about this for years, and it's the biggest scam. It's the biggest way to cheat ever, and everybody fucking does it. Like no one's fighting at their natural weight. I mean, and even heavyweight, you have to cut if you're over 265. But you know, I know they had good intentions, like California with the weight cutting, but nothing really came of that. So it seems like a fucking waste. So it's weird. I saw Frank Mir. I think he did a interview with Fighters Only. I wanted to play this. Just a little interesting. He's talking about his submission when he submitted Big Nog and like wrecked his shoulder. And just your thoughts. Give me your thoughts on this.
All submissions break down to three things: a base, a lever, and a fulcrum. You know, and if you understand that concept, you can break anything on anybody's body. And so I used a base was to put my thigh on the top of his head. So as I amplified pressure on his shoulder, I didn't want his head to move forward. That's why I had to move past his legs, because if I couldn't get my other leg over his head, if I start cranking his shoulder, he starts sitting up, then it relieves pressure on the shoulder. So I have the base. The fulcrum was was a shoulder, which ended up being more the humerus as I locked up the key lock on my hands. And the lever is the form on the other side that I'm pressing on. And then I twisted until it was supposed to tear his shoulder, and I really thought that's what it was going to tear, but it ended up spiral fracturing his arm in like 9 different places. He had to have like a halo put on his arm. So yeah.
Were you ever able to talk to him afterwards?
No, we've never spoke.
So, it's like, does he have any emotion? It's like, yeah, I thought it was just gonna tear his shoulder, but I guess it's spiral fractured into fucking 9 different breaks. You know?
I think the more I know with my professional training in psychology, uh, I think he has like Asperger's or something weird. That's why he was so crazy he's like super intellectual, and the way he broke that down, I was just like mesmerized. I'm like, wow, he's thinking about this. Like it doesn't even right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not what I would be thinking about if I had somebody's arm, like ever. He's crazy. Totally nuts.
Pretty much. Like, oh shit.
Oh, good Lord.
What else is happening out there?
Hang on, let me see what else we have. Oh, Joe Rogan. Hey, so he just inked a new deal to stay at Spotify for what sounds to be around $250 million. And he no longer has to be exclusive to Spotify. I guess he's going to get his shit out to other places now. And there's also some sort of license, commercial, whatever. I don't know.
He's
money
getting some kind of ad sale money.
Yeah, that's it.
Or
Ad
some
sale.
kind
Yeah.
of profit sharing deal. Yep.
So holy fuck, things must be good.
Good for him. Well, I mean, he's the #1 podcast. Are you gonna let him walk away?
No.
They kept him, and I'm just curious to see if Spotify is just gonna retain all the video podcast and then let audio go everywhere else. Because why would you let stuff go to all your competitors if you're gonna pay 250 million? Where's your exclusivity? Or
I don't know.
do they hold exclusivity for like a week or two and then it goes everywhere else? So there's got to be something in there.
You think, yeah, so you think there's more to it?
Yeah. Because otherwise there's no incentive to pay them that kind of money if you could just go to YouTube. Because if I have the choice, I would much rather watch that on YouTube than Spotify, because their Spotify player for podcasts is absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
It's dog shit. I mean, it's gotten better recently, but it's just much easier for me to watch it on fucking YouTube.
Yeah.
Yep.
Agreed.
And then Ariel Twani, here you go. Ariel Tweet Hani Hawani tweeted this out. You were talking about California. So, and Andy Foster's suggestion to modify grounded fighter rule passed unanimously through the ABC Rules Committee. And he says next it's going to go to a larger body in the summer, and if it passes there, then it's good to go. And that also included the 12-6 elbow, so that got approved. And then whenever they have this next vote in the summer, hopefully both of those will get pushed.
So you can do that now?
Not yet. Like there'll be another vote in the summer
Okay.
for the grounded fighter, where hands and feet on the ground, you are not a grounded fighter. You can just fire away knees, kicks to the head. I love it. But any other part of the body that touches, you're grounded. So you're grounded for like 2 fucking weeks, like a bad kid, like a bald-headed stepchild. What else is happening?
Oh, there's a KSW champion, Phil DeFries is gonna face Josh Barnett in a grappling match at the end on February 24th. Here, I'll
fucking War Master. Come on.
I'll show you the shit. I didn't think I had it, but I do. There you go. Barnett looking like a freaking Viking, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I like it.
It's crazy. So it's exciting. I mean,
he's got a weird beard dye action. Like he's just dyeing the goatee and then letting the rest of the beard just gray out.
Yeah. So we'll see. Oops, sorry. There we go.
Yeah, you gotta be on all the steroids. That's cool.
It is cool.
I saw Tyron Woodley was talking about Jake Paul, and he said some shit, and I want to get your thoughts on it. So he says, Jake respected me and that, and was kind of a fan of me in MMA, right? He understood that I'm the one that gave Jake Paul credibility. Don't get it fucked up. Not Nate Robinson, not Anderson Silva, not Nate Diaz, not Tommy Fury. None of those guys did, because I called him out culture to culture. I'm the one that had the big press conference with him. I did the most numbers with him. And when you look at the fight, I'm the one that really had the ability to hurt him. I'm the only one that really hurt him in the fights, right? By him beating me and coming back and knocking me out after we had a close fight, which most people thought I won, that gave him the credibility. Okay, I guess he's a real fighter now. The fuck is he talking about, Ingo?
I'm lost. It sounds like he wants a lot of credit for everything, and he's also a little whiny about the thing. It's just
No,
annoying, but
typical. I was gonna say typical Tyron Woodley, right?
it fits the brand. So
Yeah, he's on
I
brand.
think he's on message, as they like, yeah, or on brand, yes, as they like to say. So, but we're
Yeah, losing twice and getting knocked out face first, like one of the horrible ones where you go
was
face
bad.
first.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so bad. And then along the same lines, like just talking about fighting in general. So Dan Hardy was talking about the current state of MMA and how MMA is kind of suffering from a lull. He said, I feel like mixed martial arts is potentially suffering from a lull at the moment. A bit of a dip in technical ability across the board. There are some fighters certainly that stand out as being excellent still. I don't know whether it's fighter pay having a knock-on effect. I don't know whether the coaching is just not being passed down from one generation to another. I don't know whether the actual money going into there are a lot of fighters that try to raise money for their training camps and stuff. I don't know whether that's a part of it, but for me, where mixed martial arts, you heard me, should be right now, and the growth of mixed martial arts and the growth of the money coming in, we should now be starting to see some far more elite level athletes that come in with elite level conditioning ready to perform an elite way. So what do you think about what he said there? Like,
I,
are we
I
in a lull here?
I don't know it, because I don't think the money's I don't know why, but the athletes that are in the NFL, or even hockey players, guys I would think who, would be candidates for potential fighters, they
Yeah.
still make way more money over there, and it's a lot less.
Well,
uh
it's like the minimum pay. That was always a problem. So
yeah,
baseball, I think minimum pay is 750,000.
football's around 600 or something, I think.
Yeah, it was all in that like half a million
Yeah,
to a
you
million range
it's
for
pretty good, yeah.
starting rookie.
Right,
Like,
MMA,
holy
you're
shit.
lucky you make 20 grand.
12, yeah, it's 12 and 12 if you're lucky.
Yeah, so it's and
And
I
that's
think,
if you're in the UFC. Like that's not even talking about starting your pro
no,
career in like these pie organizations, and I don't even know what you're gonna make. So there's probably still some of that. So like if you were an athlete, it doesn't make fucking sense to go into fighting at all.
no.
At all.
And the UFC controls a lot of stuff too, which is, they could have some influence on some of this potentially, but they just don't.
Yeah, and then we're not seeing like we had that span where there were so many guys that were champs that hadn't lost in like tons of years when we had like GSP, Anderson Silva, John Jones, Jose Aldo, and like you just they're just reigning and no one can beat them, and there's like this fucking aura around these guys, and I don't feel like we have that. Like you look at the belts, almost fucking every belt has changed hands in the last year,
Yep.
you know? Like fuck. So you're not seeing that dominant person anymore.
No. We'll
And I
see.
don't know why.
We'll see.
They're not as hungry. They're in other sports. Oh, drug testing. That's probably part of the problem too.
That doesn't help, I don't think.
Right? Because then we saw a dip in talent, and there's your
Yes,
lull. So
there's a
maybe
law.
with this no more USADA, we start spiking up, we
Maybe.
start partying.
Yep.
And that I'll do one more just real quick because it's tied to we're talking about drugs. So let me open this up. A company here was it says a group of venture capitalists are starting an Olympic style competition that would allow steroids, HGH, and other performance enhancing drugs. So it's Peter Thiel and a group of venture capitalists are funding the Enhanced Games. So it's an Olympic style competition that allows performance enhancing drugs, and events will include track and field, swimming, gymnastics, weightlifting, and combat sports. Oh, we're gonna have some
Com
combat sports.
Do you think it'll be MMA
Well,
or
boxing for
boxing?
sure. Boxing, wrestling. I don't know if they consider wrestling combat, but probably. But you have to
Could
have
be like
wrestling.
karate or something. Shit, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
taekwondo.
Taekwondo. They said the first event will be in 2025. And it's kind of weird because the Olympics are the enhanced games. It's just how good are you at not getting caught? Like they're
Yeah,
on some next level shit.
absolutely.
But how fun is this gonna be?
I think it's going to be good if they can pull it off. I'd like to.
Fuck yeah, I want to
That
see
might
it.
attract some talent. You know, versus what the UFC is doing with it.
Yes, like put these guys on everything. EPO, all the fucking juice, and let them go at it. And I want to see, like, can these people beat the world records? You know, like what is the absolute best? I mean, you have to also have be an elite athlete and put all that shit into your system. But I hope they test them so we can see exactly what the fuck they're on and see like what is this guy's
It's like a
testosterone level?
stat.
Like is
It's
he
on
on
his card.
2000 and then he's on like
Yeah.
this, that, and EPO fucking whatever steroid. It could be really fun with this shit.
You
See,
can put
now I'm
it
getting
on the
excited.
screen. You can like
Yeah,
it's
this is
just
what
like
this guy is running. He's running
tail of the
hot.
tape. Tail of the tape, baby. Here's they compare the drug regimen, you know. There you
Yeah.
go. No, that sounds
Fuck
fun.
yeah. I hope that goes through. And I don't know where the legality stands because can you do that in the United States? I don't know, but who gives a fuck? I think this is where we go back to having fun. I feel like that's fun.
Mhm.
I'm in. I'm in. Yeah. What else is going on?
Uh did you see this Tom Brady pass to Volkanovski?
Yeah, we played that last week.
Oh, we did.
Your
And
brain is mush.
my brain is mush.
We had talked about something pre-show. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking. It was
That's
in our
funny.
knowledge segment last year
Okay.
or last show.
Last show.
Holy
I think I
shit.
have amnesia from last show. Sorry
You
about that.
might.
Okay.
You're ill.
Recover me. Recover me. Let me see
Yeah.
what else I got.
Let's see. So there's some Bruce Buffer nonsense. So Jim Miller's fighting at UFC 300, and he was saying, "Man, it would be really cool if when Bruce Buffer announced me, he announced me as Jim fucking Miller, right?"
Ooh.
So that got to Bruce, and Bruce is like, I don't like cursing in my job. I respect Jim's wishes. At this point, the answer is no. I'd go for Jim friggin' Miller, maybe. Oh, what the fuck are we doing here? And go, why can't he? You're telling me he's the guy with all the morals? Did you read his fucking book?
Well, I could not get through the book. It was really
I
it was
gave
really
up
tough.
after one page.
Yeah, he was very full of himself.
Mr. Self-Center.
I don't know, maybe he doesn't swear. It's possible.
I don't know. I feel like I probably burned the book, but
I don't remember if there were swear words in it, but
yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
But yeah.
I mean, it's a broadcast, and they typically try not to swear on there. So, I mean, I get it from that standpoint, but give the guy some respect. If he wants to fucking do that, do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw Big John McCarthy. So remember, PFL bought Bellator.
Yep.
And I guess Big John is not going to be commentating anymore when it's all the PFL. So he said he's still going to be there, but he's going to be in a different role. So all I can say is thank you, PFL.
Yeah, he was.
I fucking could not stand him as an announcer. Everyone's got their taste, and he is not my fucking flavor.
Yeah, I don't know what you would call that style, but he makes a better ref than an announcer. I'll say that.
Yes, 100%. What else is happening?
I forgot to bring this up earlier with a little
Yeah.
boxing, so I got a little weird video for you. I'm not gonna share sound. I want to see what are your thoughts on this? What is he doing right here?
Oh my God.
What is this dancing thing?
It's like MVP when he fights in MMA, but
Yeah,
I don't like it.
I've seen this a few times with different boxers. It's like a thing.
It looks gay. I feel like he should get knocked out.
Yeah, some little left hook action. Boom. Eat,
Something.
eat that.
Something. The fans should be able to throw bottles at his head if he does that. I feel like that's fair. Saw a picture of Fedor.
Oh, let's see that.
He
He's
looks
still.
like he found. He might be training for that new league we were just talking about.
Oh, he looks good.
Yeah, look at the forearm and like the veins popping out.
Wow,
Looks a little swole.
he does.
And I saw Conor McGregor is getting ready for his next fight. He's doing some training.
I'm afraid what you're gonna post. I can't tell if serious or I'm about to get trolled. Oh
Yeah.
God, what is happening? It's a lot of balls.
Let's just wait. What are we doing? He's like, look at my cock and my balls.
He looks
Look
really
at that,
happy.
my balls.
He's on his yacht riding his.
Yeah, look at me. I'm on my yacht. Get my
Crazy.
cardio in my panties. Like, what are we doing here, man? What are we doing? It's a little gay.
Crazy.
But then he righted the wrong by, I guess he was at the BKFC the other day,
Okay.
and he was showing us the BKFC ring card girls.
Let's see. Do you have video?
Yeah, I'm trying. Hang on.
Oh,
It's fucking Instagram.
we will be patient. That's good. Oh,
So apparently they're making it happen over at BKFC.
looks
We'll go
like.
back to the beginning because I feel like I missed the main shot. Forged Irish Stout bare knuckle event. So apparently his brand is sponsoring that one. I feel like that's how the UFC ring card girls should look.
Mhm. Well, speaking of BKFC, John
Yes.
Dodson just booked another title fight at BKFC 59 in Albuquerque, which is happening in March.
See? And then the president of BKFC just met with Dana White over
Uh-oh.
the weekend. So I don't know what they're working on together. Because I forgot who bought BKFC. I think Triller bought them.
Something's gonna
For not
happen.
that much money.
Some
Yeah.
crossover shit.
Yeah. Well, because they're not, and I think the president of the BKFC even said, we're not really competitors. It's a fucking different sport. Like, he's right. It's not. Unless he's trying to get Mike Perry into that UFC 300. I don't know. And then I saw this weird submission. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah.
I think I have the sound off, hopefully, but
I'm scared.
see what he did to his leg there? Like,
No. Let me watch it one more time.
well, yeah, I'll play it. So he's hooked it and fucking broke it like real quick. Like, is that like a little disrespectful? Like, don't you go slow on a knee lock?
Yeah.
Like, see, look what he did. See how fast he activated? It's like I hooked it and broke it.
Rank that fucker way back.
Yeah.
Jesus. Those are big boys too. Yeah, that's bullshit. I've never seen that before. I don't know what the hell that
No,
is.
I don't know what that was, but I feel like if you're working on someone's leg, you got to be delicate. Like, if you have it locked, you're probably going to get that. You don't have to break it unless you fucking hate the guy.
Maybe there was bad blood.
Right.
It's possible, yeah.
So, like, that's what I was saying too. Like, I said in wrestling, when I did a banana splits on someone, I fucking hated the kid.
Oh, Jesus.
So I did that full force
terrible.
on someone. I'm like, well, I fucking hate you, and I've got this lock, so I'm gonna fucking wrench this as hard as I could. And and he's fucking screamed out in pain. I fucked him up, but it was deserved. It was deserved. There was some bad blood. He did some things. and there was a little payback. Anyway, let's see what else is happening.
That's it for me for news.
Okay, I got just a handful of things. I could probably go speed route here. Someone found Justin Gaethje's picture on MySpace.
Ooh, cool.
A little old.
Oh wow.
Looks a little weird.
That's man, that looks crazy.
Yeah, that's old. Some guy, I'm assuming this is Russia, training with a bear.
Oh, what the fuck? Seriously?
The bear's like, ah. Oh, that's crazy.
These people are crazy. What's some not I mean, what if that bear decides he's hungry?
Then he'll fuck you up because they're wild animals.
They sure are.
Siegfried and Roy. Do a little
That's
tweet of the week.
that's crazy.
Oh, it's weird that I mentioned Siegfried and Roy. It's kind of goes along the lines. So
Good
breaking
segue.
Saturday night's all right for fighting. So if you need to punch a motherfucker right now, Elton's with you. I'm just saying.
Ooh. I like it.
A couple KOs. See if I can open these both. And then we'll be right into some knowledge. So let's start with this one. You're squaring off. He's throwing overhand
Oh
rights.
damn. Oh damn.
You can kind of see what's going to happen. Ingy.
Damn.
Ugh.
Oh,
I don't know if that other one was necessary.
another one. Just for fun.
Oof. Oof. Oh.
Wow. Shuck it
Oh.
off. That was really good. Yikes,
Right
that
into,
hook.
yeah, right into knowledge. We got for knowledge.
Knowledge. I've been sick this week. I don't know. What have I what have I been doing? Trying to recover. Trying to do some yogas. If you're looking for something low impact, I recommend the yogas.
How about the goat yoga?
Oh yeah, you've done I've never done that.
It was interesting.
You said it's relaxing. Those
It was
goats
fun as fuck,
are
yeah,
relaxing.
because you're doing the yoga shit, and then the goats will just come up and start like rubbing on you like a cat almost. I'm
Wow,
like, oh, you guys are cool as shit. Like they're
that's fun.
warm, nice. And but sometimes they just piss and shit like randomly. They told us like, be
That's
careful,
that's really
'cause
great.
sometimes they're gonna shit. And but they had like kids that were just ready. Like if you watch a tennis match and you have those kids on the side of the court and just like sprint and get the ball, they had people like that at the goat yoga, like sprint, clean up the shit, and then get off.
That's pretty funny.
But they didn't jump on you or anything. It's just when they wanted to take the pictures when you were done, then they had the goats like get on your back, and but then I got the hoof of the goat was right on my spine because I'm like on all fours, and then it's on my back. I'm like, holy fuck, we got to get this little goat hoof out of my spine as fast as possible. Like, get the fucking picture done and get this motherfucker off of me.
I like it.
Like anywhere else would have been fine, but anyway,
Not the spine.
not the spine. Here we go with some knowledge. So here's apparently San Juan de la Vega in Mexico. They have a festival of exploding hammers. So check this shit out.
Holy
Oh my god!
Are you
I don't know
serious?
where that fucking sledgehammer landed, but fuck me, man.
How is
And
that guy?
what is he hitting there?
I
Oh
don't.
my god! Someone's
Looks like
gonna
a
die.
steel beam, and there's some sort of explosive thing on the.
That's
like,
not good.
so,
It's not good.
why are they doing this?
Because they can.
Oh Jesus!
And this is some new training methods. This is from ONE FC.
Oh, nice.
Just hanging and punching guy in the midsection.
And then
This
hit him.
chick's doing work.
You're gonna hit him in the dick.
I don't know, but I enjoy watching her like hitting this guy numerous times.
Oh, what guy? That
Exactly.
guy.
And then we'll close it
Sorry.
out the new sport that's been invented. I always like to see the new sports when they come out. Oh, I can't play it. They're playing yakety sax, but with Benny Hill. This is called the booba hooping.
What?
Yeah.
The
So
hell is
hula hooping.
booba hooping?
Yeah, that's pretty
mean,
dope.
It's impressive. Because
I'd watch it twice.
Can she transfer it from one to the other?
That would be super impressive. I feel like I closed the last show on some kind of boob shit.
You did. There's a trend. What's going on over there?
I don't know. I'm just trying to make kids and
It's a boob season.
milkmen happy,
Memories.
Memories.
Yeah.
At the corner of my mind or something.
So we have come to the end, it appears.
That's what they say.
That has been another edition of MMA Nuts. My name is Ingo Weigel.
Matt Griffith, thanks for playing.